Hello and welcome, our blood viewers, to RTD's News English edition. As usual, we begin our news with the major and top headlines. Integration of a new fleet of trucks to strengthen waste collection in Djibouti City, OVD. And on the international scene, the resistance, Hamas has accepted the Trump plan and is preparing to negotiate the remaining points. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. As part of its urban modernization policy and efforts to improve citizens and living conditions, the Republic of Djibouti reached a new milestone on Saturday, 4th of October, with the official commissioning of 28 brand new refuse collection trucks. The ceremony took place at the OVD Rolling Stock Park, commonly known as Base 2, in the Section 6 district, and was attended by senior officials, underscoring the importance attached to waste management and the capital's cleanliness. Present were the Minister of the Interior, Mr. Saeed Nur Hassan, the General Director of the OVD, the Sub-Prefects of Djibouti City, and the Mayors of Bal'aus and Balbala. The first Vice President of the National Assembly also attended, signaling institutional support for this structural initiative. The entry into service of this 28th vehicle significantly strengthens the OVD's fleet, a key actor in daily household waste collection in Djiboutieville. This logistical reinforcement will improve collection frequency, widen coverage in high density areas, and curb illegally dumping that undermines public sanitation. The new trucks represent a concrete investment in a cleaner, healthier city. The government remains fully committed to supporting municipal services and equipping the capital with the means required to provide residents with a dignified, pleasant living environment. The minister urged citizens to play an active role in this effort by adopting responsible waste management behaviors. Beyond logistics, the ceremony reflects the authorities' political will to make Djibouti City a modern, attractive, and environmentally respectful capital. With these 28 additional vehicles, the OVD will be able to serve more routes, reduce collection delays, and meet growing needs linked to urban expansion. The arrival of this modern fleet also supports national environmental objectives. By improving collection, it will help reduce health risks associated with waste accumulation and preserve urban living standards. This initiative is part of Djibouti's authorities' long-term vision to make the capital a model of cleanliness and efficiency in urban management in East Africa. The integration is not simply the delivery of new trucks. It symbolizes a collective momentum for a clean, healthy, and sustainable city that mobilizes institutions and citizens alike. With this ambitious, this office now has strengthened tools to tackle the mounting challenge of waste management in a rapidly expanding capital. The acquisition was fully financed by the Djiboutian government as part of its commitment to better urban management. The municipal leaders of Bal'aus and Balbala, both densely populated areas, expressed satisfaction and pledged to optimize use of these new trucks to guarantee regular and efficient collection across all neighborhoods. They also stressed the importance of coordination between technical services, sanitation staff, and residents. The first Vice President of the National Assembly also underscored institutional support for the structuring initiative. It's worth mentioning that the project was carried out with the support of Salam African Bank, which ensured the financial implementation of the operation. In his address, the Minister of the Interior praised the efforts of the OVD and the municipal councils, reminding listeners that urban cleanliness is everyone's responsibility. He recalled that this acquisition is part of a comprehensive program to improve roadways and sanitation. The Djibouti Ports and Free Zones Authority received GCL Group President Mr. Onshan Zhu and his delegation. During the visit, GCL's team toured the Demerjok Industrial Park and visited the oil jetty to review the site's extensive capacities and investment potential. In discussions, GCL presented a gas development project for the Ogaden region. The plan foresees extraction and export of natural gas through the port of Demerjok and includes installation of a floating storage barge there to liquefy and store gas prior to export. The project emphasized gas liquefaction for a large-scale export. Production is expected to reach 220,000 cubic meters per day, with transport handled by a fleet of 120 trucks operating from Galop and Demerjok. Most of these vehicles already deployed at the DMP port will soon be moved to Demerjok Industrial Park. Construction of a pipeline is estimated to take a year or more. Meanwhile, a truck pipeline transport solution would allow Ethiopia to generate a foreign currency revenue immediately. The Demerjok Industrial Park is a strategic pillar of Djibouti's vision to position itself as a regional and international energy and logistics hub. It hosts the Demerjok Liquid Bulk Port, a shared oil terminal with an accuracy annual capacity of 25 million tons, capable of accommodating Aframax vessels up to 120,000 DWT. This world-class infrastructure will allow multiple terminals to receive petroleum products simultaneously via 9 dedicated piggable lines. The CEO of China's GCL Group presented the company's gas development project focused on liquefaction for export. Project production is 220,000 meters per day, with transport by a 120 truck fleet between Galop and Demerjok. The majority of these vehicles currently at the DMP port will be transferred to the Demerjok Industrial Park. The delegation from GCL Group, led by President Onshan Zhu, conducted a detailed inspection of Djibouti's port and industrial infrastructure during a visit to the Djibouti Ports and Free Zones Authority. The team toured the Demerjok Industrial Park, including the oil jetty, and reviewed the site's logistical and storage capacities, as well as the modern infrastructure available to potential investors. On-site briefings familiarized the visitors with the Demerjok Liquid Bulk Port's capabilities and the operational advantages offered by the industrial park. Officials outlined the terminal's ability to handle large product flows through dedicated piggable lines and to receive Aframax class vessels, features that positions Demerjok as a regional hub for liquid bulk handling. The GCL delegation also stressed on the ground storage options and the port's connectivity, key elements for any energy export project. The INSPD launched a national campaign to destroy mosquito breeding sites. The National Institute of Public Health of Djibouti officially launched on Monday a broad campaign to destroy level breeding sites to run through October 30 in a targeted zones including the communes of Belous and Ras Dika. The operation took place in the presence of local elected officials and prefecture representatives, highlighting the collective commitment to public health issues. The initiative aims to curb mosquito proliferation and prevent vector-borne diseases such as malaria and dengue. INSPD entomology teams have begun identifying and eliminating standing water uncovered containers in any areas conducive to larval development. In his remarks, the INSPD Director General emphasized that the campaign to destroy breeding sites is part of the Institute's ongoing commitment to protect citizens' health and prevent vector-borne diseases. Under the National Last Miles Project, the Central Purchasing Agency for Medicines and Essential Supplies (CAM) launched a quarterly distribution of medicine, medical equipment, and consumable destined for the Dakhil region after Arta, Tajura, and Obukh. CAM teams led by General Director Dr. Hassan Abdurrahman continued their logistical mission in Dakhil, arriving at the Dakhil Medical Hospital Center. This stop at the regional capital marked the start of a coordinated logistics tour during which CAM teams, accompanied by regional representatives, supplied health posts across the territory. led by the Ministry of Health. This initiative aims to ensure continuous availability of essential medicines and medical products, strengthen access to care of all populations, especially in remote areas, optimize coordination and regularity of national deliveries. After the Dakhel stop, CAM's logistical convoy continued the distribution program to deliver medicines and medical equipment to health facilities in the region. Thanks to strict coordination and careful planning, the operation reached every health post, including the most remote rural localities under the supervision of CAM General Director Dr. Hassan Abdurrahman Ilmi and the regional's chief medical officer Dr. Jama' Musawes. Medicines and supplies were delivered promptly to the following localities as Ela, Yubuki, Mulut, Sakal, Galamo, Abaitu, and Gurabus. Prepared orders were delivered swiftly through the mobilization of technical teams and CAM's vehicle fleet, ensuring full territorial coverage. The large-scale dignitaries and community leaders who supported and accompanied field teams all expressed satisfaction and thanked the government, in particular the President of the Republic, for his steadfast commitment to rural populations. Shifting towards regional scene now to Ethiopia, where the Ethiopian Prime Minister Mr. Abiy Ahmed inaugurated a series of strategic development projects in the Somali region of Ethiopia with a total estimated value of $10 billion. This initiative span energy, natural gas, and processing industries. They include construction of an oil refinery, a filterizer production plant, and a liquefied natural gas project. Tourists still flock to Stony Point Beach to watch African penguins waddle during the sand, but behind the charming sight lies a major ecological crisis threatening the species with extinction. Classified as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature in 2024, the African penguin population now numbers fewer than 19,800 individuals worldwide. Experts say this alarming decline reflects a broader marine ecosystem crisis. The penguins depend on sardines and aquavies, whose stocks have fallen sharply due to unsustainable fishing practices. The Palestinian resistance movement Hamas submitted to mediators its response to U.S. President Donald Trump's plan aimed at ending the war in Gaza Strip and establishing what he terms peace in the region. The movement said in a statement that it had undertaken extensive consultations to arrive at a responsible position on the plan with the aim of ending Israeli aggression. A major fire broke out at Chevron's El Segundo refinery in California, the company's second largest U.S. refinery, which supplies roughly 20% of gasoline and 40% of jet fuel for Southern California. The blaze affected the ISOMAX 7 unit responsible for converting intermediate fuel oil into jet fuel, triggering a dramatic explosion in large flames accompanied by a thick smoke plume. Many residents were forced to evacuate despite official orders to shelter in place. An investigation is underway to determine the fire's cause, with particular focus on ISOMAX 7 unit. The incident is considered rare in the U.S. refining industry, given the refinery's size and strategic importance to Southern California supply. Faced with growing use of artificial intelligence to provide mental health advice, several U.S. states have begun to regulate applications offering treatment via these technologies, with federal legislation remains limited. Although some state laws were adopted this year, they do not fully address a rapidly evolving sector. Developers, policymakers, and mental health advocates say current regulations do not sufficiently protect users nor ensure designer accountability for risks. Well, by this, our blood viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more as usual. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Thank you.